Please, can you still, are we still here, Mr. Winger? Hello, Mr. Winger, are you there?
The meeting was ended, so.
Oh, okay. Mr. Winger, I think you reconnect.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we can hear you, Mr. Winger.
All right, thank you. I believe that was a technicality issue.
Yes, sorry about that.
No problem. Okay. Should we wait for some of our people?
Yes, we can keep going, Jane.
Okay, okay. Hi, Guy. Guy, opinion. How are you doing today? I can
Thank you very
see you.
much, sir. I'm doing fine.
All right.
Thank
Ice
you.
can you this morning?
Just that I'm having network issues here. That's why.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. So now what I'm going to do this morning, because I know we've done a lot on prompt engineering, right? We've, went through the ChatGPT. Somebody have a question? Jenny, your hands are up. Do you have a question for us? Okay, I'll take that as a mistake. All right. So yes, like I was saying, you see, like I said last week, everything starts with prompt engineering, right? When you're even developing your models, right? We'll still go into, large language model later in this course, like way later in this course. All right. But you have to understand the concept of prompt engineering. So the first section, we took basic in prompt engineering, which Ayola was kind enough to take us, right? The second section, which I took, we did intermediate in prompt engineering, and I believe that we've learned a lot of things just in between, and we have been able to practice with them as well. It is the practicing that matters. It is the more you put in work and over again, the more you get better at it. And like I said, prompt engineering is not something you just stand up today. You wake up today and then you start following the rules, right? That was laid down for you. It is not like that. It is like a consistency. You prompt the AI always. You do that consistently, right? That is how you get results. That's how you get better, right? That is how you differentiate between a vague prompt and a you know a working prompt that is going to work for you. Prompt a better prompt. Let me put it that way. All right. So we cannot even overemphasize on prompt engineering. We cannot. Even in this course, right? We're going to even start with advanced prompt engineering. And I don't know, maybe it will be the end of our prompt engineering class, right? But we have to take you through what is prompt engineering. It is like you want to learn the basics of writing and you don't know ABC. How do you want to write? How do you want to join 2 or 3 letters together to make a sentence, right? So you have to know the basics. Now, the basics, how can you communicate with these AI services we are introducing you to? How can you relate with them? Right? I cite an example I last week, right? I cite an example saying that um, it's like I'm in a francophone country right now, and I don't understand French. I think I use Guy as an example, right? Guy.
Yes, sir, you did.
Yeah, right. Thank you. In the class, the last week class, I was saying that if I'm in your country and then I'm trying to ask a certain question, let's say in your country now, the only language you speak is French, right? And I'm in your country, I don't understand French. And I started speaking English to you. You don't understand English. How am I going to communicate with you better? You won't get what I'm trying to say. But let's say I add something like a sign language, right? I'm trying to point at one direction, point at this place, putting my hand in my mouth, using it as an example, like I want to eat or something. You will denote that, okay, oh, you're trying to eat, oh, you're trying to look for where you want to eat and all of that, right? Which you will grab immediately, and you'll be like, okay, you might not even give me the accurate direction because you don't know where I'm going to, but at least you'll be able to lead me to some certain extent, right? And then I cited an example that what we are doing right now is using sign language. But when you get better at it, it is like you've learned the language itself. Now you can now work with it. Somebody's hands is up.
Yeah, sorry to just pop in. I can't see the slide. It's not showing here.
Yeah. I'm reiterating on what we said last week.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, yes,
It's my
yes.
first time. Okay, thank you.
Oh, this is your first time.
Yes,
Welcome.
thank you.
Welcome. It's good to have you here. All right. So let me go ahead and share the slide. Right. Let's start the class fully. All right. So in this class, we'll be doing some hands-on coming. Give me a minute. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. We can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right, great. Uh, so last 2 weeks we did something on ChatGPT, right? So definitely we will not be taking you ChatGPT. We took you the advanced level, we took you the intermediate level on ChatGPT, how you can prompt properly. We'll talk about all the features, right? I walk you through everything, how you can be a pro user on ChatGPT, which is a very fantastic way. And we did some practical. I have people on the section that, sent in little things that we dealt with on the call that day, and I will show better ways that it could be done. And please let me even ask, right? Let me throw something out there. So I want to, because we already did intermediate prompt engineering and the basics. So I want to ask a question. Let me put it in the chat room, right? Let me put that in the chat room. I want to just say it out how you're going to turn this vague prompt into a more advanced prompt that chat will be able to give you an accurate response. So let's say for instance you there was a meeting between you and the stakeholders, right? And they outlined 6 points for because they are trying to pitch to some organization, they want to get funding, right? And they said you should send business proposal, right? Send business proposal. We need funding. And the company is the company is into our company is into the fintech industry. Okay. All right. So please, everybody, I just dropped a message in the chat room. Go and check the message. So what I have there is that business proposal, we need funding. Our company is a fintech. We're a fintech company, right? So I want you to now the CEO, with the meeting you had, the whole thing is for you to draft a business proposal and we need funding and our company is fintech, right? So please, can someone just say it out? If you want to write this vague prompt, because when you send this to ChatGPT, this is going to give you a response, right? And that is the sign language. It does not, what I put down here, it's more like a sign language. This is not the actual words. It's like I don't know the language, but I know, okay, if I drew my hand like this, you can see it and you can understand that this is where I'm going to, according to what I said last week. All right. But now, can you turn this into an actual language that ChatGPT will be able to understand and give a proper response on it? Anybody, you can unmute your mic anytime. Or do I need to call on? Okay. Let me call on people. I hope you can see hear me though.
Yes, we can hear you. Please, if you'd like to speak, go ahead to unmute your mic.
Can you come up with that question again, please?
Okay. All right. So the question is, I'm coming. Give me a minute. Okay. So the question is business proposal, right? We need funding. Our company is a fintech. That is just what you have. That is the information you have as of right now, right? Okay, let me go again because I understand some people that are not in last class are here in this class. So I said something on the call that when you're prompting a chat engine, a large language model like ChatGPT, for an example, when you're prompting a large language model, if you don't do a better prompting, it is more like you're doing a sign language. You're just like you need something like this vague prompt I just put in the chat room for us to see, right? Business proposal, we need funding. Our company is a fintech. Definitely, ChatGPT is going to give you something now. But would that be exact thing you're looking for? Definitely not, right? How do you get an accurate answer? How do you get exact responses? Right? That is with the advanced prompting. Now, can you turn this sign language, which is a vague prompt, into an advanced prompt? Something that ChatGPT can be able to understand, will be able to understand.
Yeah, from my own point of view, oh, you want us to type it in, right?
No. Just say it out, please.
Okay.
Just go
From my
ahead.
own point of view, I think like you said, it's just going to give us a vague response, generic response, basically.
Generic, yes.
But I think there is more information to be given under the business proposal to be a bit specific.
Okay.
And at least we need the ChatGPT, we need to know the kind of business.
Okay.
You may need to know what we're looking forward to as far as the proposal is concerned.
Okay.
The kind of funding, to what tune, to what extent, what it needs to be used for, and a little bit maybe information about the organization as well might go well.
Yeah.
At
All
least just
right.
clarifying things so that the system understands what you need and tailor the response to your demands.
All right. All right. Great. So this is the question. This is what we have. We can look here. Let's say it. So this is the question, right? We have the company, right? What the company does. We have the reason why we are trying to do this because we need funding. And then what we are trying to do is business proposal. But this, all of this, they are vague, right? They are vague prompts. We need an actual word, actual like an advanced prompt for it. Like what you're going to put inside the ChatGPT to prompt it out to tell us what we need to get out, right? So can okay, anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else want to try? Okay, people are replying in the chat room. Okay. All right, Railboats. I run a fintech company which is at the verge of deploying to the market. I have met with several stakeholders. I like this. Okay. Stakeholders for funding, and I'm asked to write a business proposal in order to receive funding from them. Kindly write me a good business proposal for Railboat fintech company. Make it human readable and write it like a professional fintech engineer. Right. So one thing I would like you to start with, right, is called role-based prompting. Do you get that? Role-based prompting. We did that last week. I told you about the 6 features of prompt engineering I used last week. Please, moderator, if you can be so kind to share the slide with the people that are not on the call, the last class, all right, and maybe the link to the last class as well, right? We have role-based prompting. The last one you have here, you know what? Let me share the entire screen. I'll I will share later so that you can see where I'm at every point in time. Right. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Can we see my screen now?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. So I said something about role-based prompting. Look at what you start with. I run a fintech company. That is you telling ChatGPT what you do. Be explicit. It is amazing. This is what you did here. You were explicit what you're trying to do. You're communicating, right? You have a communication. It's like you're trying to give it your own detail, right? But then you ended it with a role-based prompting, which should have been the first thing you should run with, right? Write like a professional. You can say act as a professional. Do you understand? That is role-based. He's the one doing it now. It is not that ChatGPT will not understand it. Of course, it's definitely going to understand what you're trying to do. Putting it last, putting it first, putting it in the middle does not matter. But then, like I said, if you are to be a great prompt engineer, you want to, you know, pay attention to little details. All right. I'll show you. We'll do AI agent creation with Copilot sometime in the end of this course, which I'll later group everybody on this section into. Okay, I will ask moderator on the call once we get there, that point. So I'll have to group us into two because you need a license to access an AI agent with Microsoft, right? To build an AI agent with Microsoft, you need a license. So we have the license. We are going to we don't have much license to accommodate everybody. So we're going to group everybody into two sections, all right, into two groups where you will come up with an AI agent that do specific things, right? So there you will learn role-based prompting. You will understand why it is important, why when you're creating agent, when you're trying to do anything within the AI ecosystem at all, prompt is very important. You can't even sideline prompt. Prompt is like the most germane thing you will ever use. It is the key. It is the language that the large language understand. All right. And I made mention on the last class as well, telling us that there are key words, right? You see that in the slide as well, right? Where we talk about TLDR. These keywords will order large language model understand it. GPT, for an example, we have Ulama, we have Perplexity, we have Microsoft Copilot. When you're testing your prompt against uh, multiple large language model, will they be able to get it? Will they be able to understand it? All right. So now coming back to what we have here, right? I think I've been able to demystify this and explain why how it should go properly. But I love this. I love the detail you gave. This is how I write my prompt myself. I will not lie to you. With you giving, I run a fintech. It felt like me. But then I always start with act, right? You're telling me that act as a, or you are a seasoned fintech engineer. Do you understand? You're giving it a role base, right? So, can I get a, you're happy. Can I get a business proposal for our fintech company to request for funding? It should be formal, human readable, and have all the features to enable. You see, you're not being specific here, right? I need, not me. I don't need anything, right? You need AI to understand. You need to give it point. You need to be specific. You're already the developer. You're already a stakeholder in that organization, in the fintech organization. So you understand the system, all right? You know what you want, you know what you're going for. So you have to be specific. Now, this is a ambiguous word, futures. There are a lot of futures within fintech organization. All right. You want to be specific which one you're trying to pitch, which one can your what's it called, your application do in essence. All right. Okay. Beside all that has been mentioned concerning the proposal, can we state it if it is PSC or limited? Now that's the information you have to go with. The business uh thingy, this business proposal, we need funding, our company is a fintech. That is the information that you're being given on the call, right? But because you're on the call, because you also are a stakeholder in that organization, so definitely you know what to ask for. All right, so yeah, that is it. Please, let's do better with our prompt engineering. We already did 2 class on prompt engineering. Please, let us practice with it. Let us be better at it. Let us be good at it. We have to be perfect at it. All right, it's very important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so without further ado, let's just go into the item of the day, which is Microsoft Copilot. Now, everything AI in Microsoft, that is how I target. That is the subtitle I gave it. All right, everything AI in Copilot. All right, I'll be sharing some credentials, so I will want to let me stop sharing and share just that part of the screen, because I'll be going in from one. So there are some application I will want to, there are credentials that I won't want to like expose on the call. So currently, let's just go with this. Right. So we have, can we see my screen, please? I'm presenting already.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Guy Opinion. Is Guy Opinion still on the call?
Yes, he is. He is on the call.
All right. Great. Thank you. All right. So Microsoft Copilot, everything AI in Microsoft, right? Everything within Microsoft. We understand what Microsoft Office. We know what Microsoft is. We know what Microsoft Office is. We all started with Microsoft Office at one point or the other. We use PowerPoint. We use Word, Microsoft Word. We use Microsoft Excel. We use Microsoft Outlook. We use Microsoft One Notes. We use a lot within Microsoft. There are a lot of services within Microsoft. All right, but they are still advanced use of all of these things. We are not going to go into how to utilize them and all of that. I believe the organization transformation college, they have other classes for that. But now the AI use in Microsoft, everything AI in Microsoft, that is what we want to talk about on the call today. How AI has been able to integrate into all of these functions, all of these services the Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and the likes. All right. So that is why I put this as everything AI in Microsoft. And we'll look at it together real soon. Now, our agenda for the day, right? We have, now look at it, we have prompt engineering again, because we cannot overflog this enough. Prompt engineering, you have to be a great prompt engineer. Furthermore, in this class, in this course, you will see, how to build your own large language model, your own framework, your own framework rather, right? Uh, working with large language model, prompting them. There is a lot of things to do, and the basics is prompt engineering. You have to know how to prompt properly. All right. So that is why I am putting this again here. And I'll throw in a few things, to be, life has been easy now. So yeah, we'll see it. We'll see it. Don't let me, it is what we're starting with that. So definitely don't let me, spill the bean here. So we'll go into Microsoft Copilot in Word, Microsoft Copilot in Excel, Microsoft Copilot in PowerPoint, and Microsoft Copilot in Outlook. And we'll go AI agent in Microsoft Copilot. Now we'll be creating our own agent. And like I said, we'll be grouping us into two groups, right? So it is essential you are on the call, and you come next week as well. Yeah, it's very important. So yeah, without further ado, let's go into the agenda of the day, starting with advanced prompt engineering. All right, useful. Now, advanced prompt engineering using helpful tools, right? So, like I said, in the last class, prompts are how we communicate with AI. The more specific and contextual we are, the better the output, right? And AI relies heavily on intent clarity. You need clarity. You need to give it details. All right. Context. You need to give context of what you're doing. Take Railboat's prompt for an example, the one he did earlier, saying, sorry, let me go again. Let me go to that. I'm coming. Let me go and read it out. I run a fintech company, right? You're giving it a contest. You're telling it that I am the one that run this thing. It is my company, right? And look at what he did at the end of the prompt. He said, kindly write me a good proposal for Railboat Fintech Company. Now, giving it a name, Railboat Fintech Company. In the vague prompt that I sent to us, there is no detail like that, right? But he felt it is needed to give a full context of what he's trying to do, which is telling the AI, like prompting it that this is the name of the company. So now, if it's going to get anything out of this prompt, it's definitely going to get Railboat's company like as the title, right? Business proposal for Railboat company as the title, and then outlining the whole business proposal as it follows, right? That is because he has been able to specify that give me something relating to Railboat Fintech Company. Be specific, uh be contextual enough, give full details, right? Be explicit enough, tell it what you want. All right. And structure, you want to structure it. Like I said, the only thing that this lacks, it's not like it lacks structure. Of course, you later put in that it should act as a particular person at the end of your prompt, but also you want to make sure that you give it a structure. You want to start accordingly. Structure is very important, right? Now look at the example I put in. Write a report. Is write a report, I'm throwing this question to all of us, please. Is write a report a vague or a specific prompt? Please let me know. Uh, that network is bad. Guy, you said it. You said your network
So
is
we
bad.
have We have responses in the chat. Mary said
Okay.
vague, Amy vague, Rich vague,
All
Yemi
right.
said vague.
Thank you. All right. Very vague. Very vague. All right. Yes. Yes. We are getting this. Yes. We are understanding this now. Right. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Exactly what I'm looking for. All right. They are vague responses. Report about what? That is the question. What report? Is definitely going to give you a response. That's one thing about Chat GPT, right? About the large language model. They have this in their, like I said, we emphasized on the call the last time that the data used in training AI are vast data, numerous amount of data. You can't even start to comprehend them, right? So, and I cited an example on the call. I don't think I want to go back into it. Yeah, the what's it called? We just waste, or maybe use most of our time explaining what I already explained last week. So, we have recordings for them. So I believe they're on our YouTube channel. You can access them. Okay, so write a report is definitely going to give you a response, right? But it is a vague response on what? Report on what? Right? Write a report for what? What are we writing report for? Right? Vague because you did not specify the type of report and how you want it to be. All right. So these are vague prompting. Now, how do you make it a specific prompt? How do you make it better? Anybody, please, somebody just unmute your mic and tell me. I don't want you to type it in the chat room. Just unmute your mic and tell me. Let me call on someone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Rebel, please go ahead.
If you want to make it specific, you have to tell the AI what you are
Okay.
writing on,
Okay.
how you want it to be written.
Okay.
You
Wait. Let
want it
me
you,
let me pen it. What you're writing on. That's what. All right. How you want it to be
how
written. That's how. Okay.
the you want it human readable or as an AI, you want it to be written so that there will be a trace that it is AI that has written it, or you don't want to leave a trace.
Okay.
Then how professional do you want it to be?
How professional do you want it to be? Okay. All right. I'm professional. What do you mean by how professional do you want it to be? Do you mean the tone?
The tone, yes.
Thank you. So that is what I want. The word, the tone, that word, the tone, right? Do you want it professional? Do you want it to sound friendly? Do you want it to sound what others do you want it to sound normal? Right? And let me tell you something. There's one thing I do, right? We did the setup for ChatGPT the last class, right? So while going through that, I let us know how we can specifically. This is a different chatbot entirely, right? This is a different one. So this is not the one we used in the last class. This is a separate one, right? Look at on this customized ChatGPT, I walk us through how you can specify what you're doing, what you want AI to do for you, and all of that. When I am writing my prompt, I tell ChatGPT to make it sound like me, right? Because I've given details about myself. I gave details. I've been prompting the chat for a while, right? So I'll tell ChatGPT make this particular thing sound like me. Do you understand? So based on what I've been able to customize it to be, information that I've been able to fed my ChatGPT, right, concerning how I write and all of that, all of these things we did it in the last class. So I don't want to go into that much. All right. So if you missed the last class, I'm so sorry. These are literally two.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, hello. I'm with you,
Hello.
please.
Yeah. In addition, we can also quote the page extent,
We
the
can
number
quote.
of pages, maybe word.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. We can quote that as well. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for chipping that in. It is very important. You don't want to exceed certain. You don't want to write a long textbook. It is just an email. You want to write a report, send it with an email. Then you want to write a whole textbook. If it is a textbook and then quote a word that said, okay, write this as much, lengthy as you like and all of that. All right. So now I said, while introducing advanced prompt engineering, I said that using useful tools. You see, life is more easier nowadays. We don't even, we don't stress much. Everything is made simpler for us, right? So there is a tool we call Prompt Genie. Have anybody heard of Prompt Genie before? Anybody on the call? Anybody on the call? Have we come across Prompt Genie before? Right. No. Okay. All right. No. All right. All right. So you see, when I was being introduced earlier, they said, uh, I'm key on continuous learning. You learn all the time. You make sure you advance in particular skill you're trying to hold on to, right? You're trying to be good at. Do you understand? So learning is very important. You don't just you don't wait. You don't just okay. I understand the peripheral aspects. Then what is the key thing? What is the main thing? Right? You learn all the time. So you make your research while learning. You make your research and you get better. All right. So that being said, prompt genie. Let's look at prompt genie. Prompt genie will help you to be a better prompt engineer, right? You're writing a vague. Now you see, let's install Prompt Genie for an example. Let's do that. It's a Chrome extension actually. So you have to go on your Chrome browser using your PC. Go on your Chrome browser. Now you click on this three dot icon. Can we still see my screen anyways? Please guys, can we see my screen?
No, we can't see your screen. Your Chrome. We are seeing the slide.
Okay, you can't see my Chrome.
Yeah, we're only seeing PowerPoint.
Oh shit. Okay. Please apologize. I'm not even there yet to start sharing. So let me share. Let me just share the entire screen for us all. Right? We're not there yet to start sharing the. Okay. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Right? Can we see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All
Yes.
right. All right. Thank you. All right. So now I have one AI, the thingy that was, rolling around. This is it. Cider chats. You can look into it as well. It's a good one. Right? It will pick your text directly from your PC. Maybe you're looking at an image, it will just pick it out and then tell you the text that is inside of it. But yeah, we'll go into that maybe as a bonus during the class. Right. So on your Chrome browser, you want to come here. Do you see this icon? Right? This icon, this particular icon. But if you're not seeing this icon, you can as well go to this, click on this three dot icon, click on it. When you click on this three dotted icon, what is that? Are you trying to ask a question, please? Okay. So we want to click on this three dotted icon, right? Click on it. Then you go to Chrome. Just over Chrome extension. This extension right here, right? Over it, you will see Visit Chrome Web Store. Moderator, moderator, please do something about the. Okay. Thank you. So, did you see? Let me go back. Right over it, you see Visit Chrome Web Store. When you click on Visit Chrome Web Store, when you click on it, you type in Prompt Genie. This is the extension that we're going to download, right? So when you type Prompt Genie, add it to your Chrome, click on add to Chrome, you see a prompt that say add. You click on add, right? It is a very useful tool to unlock a power super prompt, right? So now we have it as prompt genie has been added to your Chrome in my extension. So you see it appear up here, you see a notification as well like this. So you want to click on this icon. And are we seeing it? Do we see it at our own end? Let me copy the link and send it to us. I'll copy the link and send it in the chat room so that you can find it. Okay, I can see it now. Yes, we can see it. All right. Oh, are you talking about? Okay. All right, great. So you can just click on that link or copy that link, paste it on your Chrome. You're going to get the same results and click on add to Chrome, right? Once you add to Chrome, that is it. Okay, so let me click on the extension, this extension right here, and click on the prompt genie. You click on the prompt genie, it is going to prompt you to sign up. So you click on sign up now. So mostly I find it convenient to continue with Google. So I'm going to do that. I have my Google account already logged in on this, so I'm just going to pick it. So I want to continue. Click to continue. So yeah, that is it. We're here already. So this is onboarding section. You can as well, it is for their own good anyways. You want to tell them about you in particular. So I'm a developer, and how do I find a friend told me about you guys and enroll in our free AI course, free 0 to chapter if you want to. So I'm just going to click on setup. I'm successfully set up, right? So now that is it. I'm on the platform already. And you see, let me try and refresh my ChatGPT. All right. So you can see a new icon that appears under my ChatGPT right here. Can you see it, guys? It wasn't there before installing the prompt genie. But now we have this. Are we with me, everybody?
Yes.
All right, great.
Yes.
So, all right. So we now have this right here seated below. So let me now use that vague prompt that we have earlier, right? The vague prompt, write a report. Or let me use this for an example. This is our business proposal. Let's see how it is going to help us. So let me use this. Oh, sorry. No, you don't want to prompt inside. You want to go inside your ChatGPT. You will see it appear below, right? Because going from one website to another now using it is stressful. Now this is a prompt, this is an what's it called, an extension that it will appear beneath your where you can use. Now let's just type this in. Let's put in the vague prompt that we have, right? Now click on this. Okay, let it check the status. Now you want to pick between the Prima, which is a fast algorithms for quick prompt that gets the job done. I use this all the time. And most advanced algorithm, the mastermind, most advanced algorithm, adding section for context, approach, and instructions, right? Let's just go ahead with Prima. Try out the mastermind. It's great as well. They are free. The pro one is the AI amplified. You don't really need it. So once you just click on optimize, you can see this is already blinking, like something is cooking. It is working. So let's wait for it to do its thing. Let's wait for it to do its thing. Just cooking. But we have been able to install it, guys, right? Everyone, have we been able to install that? Right. We have been. Okay. That's great. Now, look at what we have, right? Look at what we have. Look at what it has been able to change it to. Now, look at this star. They are called Markdown languages. They are Markdown languages. We use them in, we used Markdown language in a lot of, um, line of code. We can use them in YAML, right? They are Markdown language. I don't even know. Let me see how I can explain Markdown language for you better. So this taster is telling it that this is, instead of you writing H1, let me go to our Word document for an example. When you do H1 and you do, H1, right? I'm coming. Let me create a new document. I just want to explain Markdown language so that when you see this star, you'll be like, "Ah, this one is even giving me more complex thing than usual." They are Markdown languages. They have no effect whatsoever on what you're trying to do. But they are trying to tell it that they are trying to tell the ChatGPT that this is the heading, right? It is like on our documents now, we're trying to, let me write a word. Oh, transformation college, right? And I want to give it, let me always show Ruben. Oh, sorry, I'm coming. Sorry. Show Ruben. Let me go the classic. Right. So if you want to make this an H1, what do? You increase this, the font, as much as you want, right? Just to have it as H1 and all of that. That's the header. You want to differentiate it from the body. Then you make this lower. Oh, sorry. You make this lower and then you continue typing I and the information you want to write. So it is more like what we have here. It is the header, this dot, this asterisk. They are markdown language. It helps to specify. It is telling the charts, right, the large language model that okay, this is the header. Now followed by the paragraph. The paragraph does not have the star. So it is what we are trying to do. All right, the main thing. Now look at what it starts with, right? You are a skilled business proposal writer. This is what, please, can someone tell me what this means? You are a skilled business proposal writer. What does that mean? Anybody, please. What does that signify?
That is a role-based prompting.
Oh, who is that?
Robot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate. Right? That is a role-based prompting, right? You are a skilled business proposer, right? With drafting a compelling funding request from a fintech company for a fintech company seeking financial support. Do you get that now? You see how explicit it makes our vague prompt to be, right? It turns into a more compelling. Now, if we prompt our AI to give us something around this now, we're going to definitely get a result, right? So, which is a good thing. This is what we want, all right? So, yeah, that is that. So, because the class is Copilot, we're definitely going to be using Microsoft Copilot for this, right? And we're not even going to be looking at the large language model under Copilot. We will be building. You can see the what's it called? The plugin we installed is as well here, right? The large language model, they are more like the same. The ChatGPT, uh, the Copilot, Perplexity. We have others like that. We have Ulama, which is an open source. You can run it locally on your PC, right? That your data will be within your PC, your own, in your care. It will not be sent to cloud or anything like that, right? So, uh, okay, I was talking about the prompt genie. Here we have the prompt genie. We can as well do the same for our vague prompt. Let me put in our vague prompt and ask it to prompt it for us. Now let's use primer and let's optimize for prompt. Okay. We have recaptcha that we want to do. Let it verify that we are human. AI verifying that we are human. What an insult. I will take it like that. It's taking our time. We'll get back to that. We'll look at that. So now you understand why prompt genie makes you more better prompt engineering. But then that doesn't give us the uh anyhow to just not look at our prompt. You want to be detailed. Look at what you have. Is it what you're really looking for? You want to read through everything, understand that, okay, this is exactly what you're looking for. No, I want something better. You want to edit, you want to add and delete, right? You want to subtract. You can make sure you go through all of this in details, right? And believe me, with this prompt now, with this what you have here, when I click send, I'm going to get a more detailed result than using that vague prompt. All right. So yeah, that's one tool you want to use as well. Okay. Yeah. I believe that has been helpful. Right. So let's go into the item of the day as well. We want to look at Microsoft Copilot in Word. We want to look at Microsoft Copilot in Excel. We want to look at Microsoft Copilot in PowerPoint. We want to look at Microsoft Copilot in Outlook, the usefulness in Outlook, how they help us to draft our email, how they help us to respond to our email, right? So I want to look at AI agent with Copilot, autonomous agent. I know some of us has been waiting for this moment, right? We'll look at the core features, the topic, the flow, the knowledge, entity, variable, tools, settings, uh, test chart, and analytics. And then we'll now publish and deploy our AI agent as well, right? So we look at flow, we look at all of these things when we come back from break. So I believe our break is 11:30. This is 11:45. We used 30 minutes to wait for our people to join the call as well. So yeah, we can go on our break. Now let's come back to the full tea, right?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Bengal. This is 11:45.
When we come back, we'll be signing our attendance.
The attendance has been posted, but I'll post them again. So
Okay.
we'll be going on 15 minutes break. We'll come back by 12 o'clock.
Somebody said he's having issue with prompt Genie. What issue are you having, sir? Ma? What is the issue?
Good afternoon. Good morning, sir.
Good
Please, I
morning.
had network issues. From
All
where
right.
you asked us to click the three dots. When I clicked the extension, it took me to visit Chrome web stores. From there, my
Okay.
network just went off. So I didn't know the process again.
Okay, I've actually, let me repaste that. I sent a link, right? Which you can just click on and access directly. I've repasted the link. Right, just click on the link. Once you click on the link, it's going to take you directly to your Chrome browser. Just click on add, right?
All right, sir.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can copy the link, paste it onto your Chrome browser.
Okay.
So from your Chrome browser, you will see add to Chrome. Just click on the
All
add to
right.
Chrome, sign up. Once you sign up,
Okay.
and don't worry, everything it will be appearing inside your what's it called? Your ChatGPT
All
and
right.
other. Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
I'll
Thank you.
do that right.
Hello.
Hi.
We have the tea. It is not only tea that we have, but then habit was a great one. All right, let me share my screen. All right. Please let me know if you can see my screen. If we can see my screen,
Yes,
let me know. Okay.
yeah, we can see your screen.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you. All right. So now let's go into the tea, right? The most important thing that we want to really look at today is the AI agent in Copilot. That is, I can hear myself. Who's that? Someone's mic. Okay, guy, your mic is on mute. On mute. You want to mute your mic? Okay, thank you for that. All right. So one thing we really, important thing we really want to look at today is the AI agent with Copilot, which I'll be taking us in no time. All right. So we'll start from AI agents in Copilot, how we can build and deploy an autonomous agent to do certain tasks for us. We'll look at an existing one which has already been built by me, right? We'll look at it, we'll look at the functions, we'll look at what it can do, all right? And we'll look at how we can develop our own. And at the end of the today's class, please, moderator, please, I want to know, is the attendance what we should use to group them, or we should use the feedback form? Which one do you think we should use to group the class?
We are only going to be grouping the paid participants. I'll liaise with you on that.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. But I want to be able to create their credentials for them today so that they can work on it. Please help me to look into it. Start grouping. All right. Just start. Help me to start grouping. Just two groups, right? Working on particular thing and another one working on particular thing. So we should be able to deploy it today. And also, right, we look at vibe coding the last class, right? How many of us has explored the application I introduced us to? How many of us have explored it? That's builder.io. Builder.io. Look at vibe coding the last class, and we're trying to solve a a problem using particular case study. What do we have here? Okay. www.builder.io. All right, so I introduced us to this platform. How many of us have been able to exploit this platform and see what you can get out of it? Nobody. I guess nobody. All right, that is not a good one. That is not a good thing. I will I would love I would really like us to, after the class, let's go ahead and practice whatever we've been taught. It is the constant learning that matters. It is the more you learn, the more you do the thing, the more you find a new way to do it. All right. And the more it sticks with you. Just joining today, Michael. All right. So last class we look at vibe coding, right? We were trying to use it for a case study. It was a beautiful section last week. Just check on the last class link, right? So yeah, we'll be using the combination of, in this class, I'm not even introducing us to any code writing. I don't even want us to write any form of code, right? Everything we'll be doing will be prompting and building. Building is the sense that we'll be using this beautiful application to vibe code so that it can build us a front end where we can now plug in our what's it called, our uh our AI agent, right? So that it can carry out specific tasks that we have already programmed it to. All right. So yeah, that is what we'll be doing today. Beautiful section it will be. So let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's start with Microsoft in Word. Microsoft Copilot in Word. Now let's talk about Word documents for an example. Now, what is Microsoft Word? We already know what Microsoft Word is. We started with Microsoft Word at some point. We used it for our thing, to carry out specific tasks and all of that. And even some of us are still using it to date. Definitely, everybody is even using Microsoft Word to date. I mean, what do you want to do? You want to write a report. You want to do specific things. You want to document particular thing. It is definitely going to be your go-to application. There is Google Doc now. There is Zoho Notes, Zoho Form, Zoho Word, and all of that. Other infrastructure management application have come up, right? And they have their own specific for their own needs. But then Microsoft Word is like a global thing where everybody use, right? Everybody started with. Now, how over time it has been able to, you know, because currently we're in the AI era. So everything that we are doing, we believe that we should not be stressing. Our life should be more easier. Things should be, we should just be on the reasoning part of the things. The doing repetitive tasks should be more easier nowadays. We don't want to be writing documents and start giving words for words, thinking about what to say, thinking about what to write. There are AI to help us to do that, right? So that is why Microsoft introduced Microsoft Copilot in Word documents, right? Giving informations like giving prompts like write me a one-pager marketing report on particular focus to generate leads and engagement for metrics. Do you get that? This kind of prompt, you prompt the AI to do particular things, it's giving you the information. And then the key features of Microsoft Copilot in Word is that it generates, it summarizes, and it rewrites or refine document using natural language. All right, it will generate, it will rewrite the whole thing for you. All right, one thing I want you to do in the class is that not using your own local Word documents, you type in Word into your PC, right? I want you to use the web version of it. Web version are always up to date. All right, the one you have on your own local PC might be Microsoft 2019 or earlier, right? But with the latest, with the Microsoft 365, you can do anything. Anything is possible. But then I still have to put our focus on, like shift our focus to the aspect that the Microsoft Copilot, it's a particular feature on Microsoft Word, right? On Microsoft Excel, it's a particular feature together. On PowerPoint, it is a particular feature. Look at the PowerPoint that we are on at this moment. Let me do something. Let me show us something. Let me pin this. Always show. Right. So look at this. What do we have here? Can anybody see this? Can we see this?
Yes, sir, we can see it.
All
Copilot.
right. Copilot. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now we have Copilot on our what's it called? Now there should be another Copilot right here that I can just tell to do particular things. Now this Copilot are specifically for what's it called? For our PowerPoint. We cannot use them. You cannot come inside PowerPoint and be telling it to do something that's a normal large language model, ChatGPT, and all of that. Okay, let me take us back to last class, right? I'm always, saying something about last class. Look at what we have here, right? Look at what we have here. Uh, so look at what we have here. We have, I talked about GPT in the last class. I said we have a general AI, which is a general large language model, which is this ChatGPT, to do anything for us. We can tell it to rewrite, we can tell it to write documents, we can tell it to format our code, right? Our custom code, to write us a custom code or anything, right? But if you want GPT for a particular reason, you have to come to GPTs. Now you click on it. When you click on it, you will be able to explore multiple what's it called? GPTs, which you can use uh for your task. So if it is writing, you click on writing, right? There's particular one I use mostly, which is AI Humanizer. So this will check it against anything you prompt it to do, anything when you click on it, you see it open coming. So you click on start chat. Once you start chat, you see get human-like content in seconds. Now in my prompt, I don't need to tell this AI that it should make it human readable if I'm using this, right? If I'm using this to get the what's it called, to get informations out, I don't need to tell it put it human readable. Its first job is to write anything human like, to write anything human readable. All right. So these are particular AI tools you want to GPTs you want to check out. You want to check out. So if I'm using it for PowerPoint, let me go PowerPoint. Let me see if they have anything on the PowerPoint. All right, so we have slide and presentation, PPT plus PowerPoint, right? You can make powerful slides with GPT. You can click on it to make powerful slides, right? So that is the same thing. Okay, all you have to do is to start chat, right? And then put in your prompt, make a PowerPoint on exercise with 5 slides. These are, preview prompts that you can use, example prompts that you can use, right? And you can give your own prompt to tell it whatever you want to do. Let it make a slide for you. Let it make a PowerPoint slide for you within ChatGPT, right? So that is the same thing that Microsoft have been able to integrate in their own application, right? So right here on this box, something is missing. The name is Copilot on itself. It's called Copilot with this logo on it. This Copilot, coming. Let me verify that I'm human. Particular Microsoft Copilot logo will be right here. But currently, the account I'm using to show us this, we don't have the license for it, right? We don't have the license for it, but then I should let you know in case you come across it that it is possible. You have Microsoft Copilot here, which you can prompt to do. When you go onto your home platform as well on the browser to check, you will not see Copilot here, but definitely you will see design, and design uses Copilot as well, right? Let me try to create a new, let me create a new coming. Let me duplicate this. All right. So you see this logo right at the side. It will be beside this one. So in case you work with an organization that use Microsoft Copilot license feature, right? You're definitely going to see it here. All you have to do is just to give it your basic prompts. It is like you're coming, like I said, it is like you're coming on GPT and telling it, and you're picking that particular model, right? This particular GPT, right? And you're telling it that it should do particular thing for you. It is definitely going to create a PowerPoint. Whatever you're telling it to do, its first focus is to create PowerPoint, nothing else. All right, is to generate you a PowerPoint presentation and much more. All right, so we always see it here, and the same goes for Microsoft Word, right? Right now we don't have it here, but a beautiful thing we can now do. One of the things that we can do is that we can add-ins, right? You will see add-ins here. Please, is there anybody on the platform as well? Can we see add-ins?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, not on my own screen. Are you trying to do the same on your own end? Can you see add-in on your own end as well? Right. Okay. So when you click on add-ins, right? Even before searching, it will automatically guess what you're trying to do. Look, you can add this in. There's GPT for Excel and Word document, right? So once you click on it, you can as well search, look for Word. Just look Word up. Let me go Microsoft Word. Okay, there's a particular one I'm looking for. Okay, let's just go ahead with this. Let's go ahead with this. Let's click add, right? So you can add and prompt that particular and prompt this to give you exactly what you want, right? So when you have that feature, you're definitely going to see it, and when you click on it, it's going to open like this at the end for you as well, right? So let me sign in, allow. Mm. So one thing you would have noticed is that before you log onto, uh, okay, somebody says same works. What are we discussing? How the topic discusses. All right, thank you so much. Let me, yes, I can see it. Okay. Please, how do we access Microsoft PowerPoint online? Okay. So you just have to type Microsoft PowerPoint, go to your browser, search for Microsoft PowerPoint. When you click on Microsoft PowerPoint, you'll see free online, right? And you can click on this one. This particular one will take you directly to where you're going. So let me just copy the link and send it to us. Right. Okay. Please, would you like you to code the private section is allowed? Okay. Well, the moderator will be the one to. Please, do we need to use online, or we can use the one installed. Yes, why I am advising us for the online service on is that our installed one, I don't know which one you're using. I don't know which Microsoft suite you're using as of right now. We have Microsoft 2019, 2017, we have 2013, we have Microsoft 2021, right? But Microsoft 365, the web version, is it's the latest version. So whatever you're even accessing online, they are going to show you the latest version. You're currently using 2016, so you see, you might not be able to do what we're trying to do. That is older version. Those are older version, right? So we want you to use the latest version. That is why we're saying that you should use that. All right, so let's continue with the class. We're trying to log on to this so that I can show you the, okay, we're on Word document. Okay, don't let this delay us. Let's just continue. So try and do the same at your hand. Look at the possibilities, right? Look at what we can do with it. Look at the advantages and all of that. Now, this is the web version. Web version as well will check against your spellings. It will even auto correct you. It will auto fulfill what you're trying to do, auto fill what you're trying to do, right? So these are possibilities. These are what you want to like check out for as well. All right. So let's go back to the presentation. So for that is that for our Microsoft Word. We won't be able to show much, but things that the Microsoft Copilot can do for you is that it can help you. It is prompting, like I said, guys, prompting. Whenever you have the opportunity to use the Microsoft Copilot, the feature on the Microsoft suite, it is prompting, generate, summarize, refine, or rewrite documents using natural language. All of this, they are based on what you put in. You're telling it what to do. You're creating a prompt so that it can do particular things for you. Adjust your tone to make it professional, casual, persuasive. All of this, they are prompting. These are prompt engineerings. Now, insert, summarize, or action point for long document. These are prompting, right? You're telling it that summarize particular thing for me, adjust the tone, make it sound professional, generate and rewrite or refine this document using, you know, your thing and all of that. So these are prompting. You're telling it what to do. All right. So let's look at Microsoft Copilot in Excel as well, right? The possibilities that we have in Excel. Now, this is Excel open on my web. I have Excel open on my web. Let it do its thing. Right. So starting from the template, right? You have list of templates you can use from. Look at, we have numerous templates you can use from. We have the lists. Let me see how far it goes. You have a lot of templates you can use from. You can come here and search for templates. What do you want to do in particular? Let's say information or projects execution. Let's just look for project execution. Right. So these are templates you can use from. These are invoices regarding the project. These are fixed, anyone you can click to open. This is how it's going to look like for you. This is, the beautiful thing. You can use it to track investments. You have different templates that you can make use from. All right. So let's look at the possibility of what we have inside. So I'm starting afresh. I'm starting a new workbook without the template. So as well, you're going to have you're going to see Copilot here amongst the future that was meant to be here. But like I said, the account I'm using as of right now, right? I try to get the accounts with the subscription enable. I don't want to waste our time on the call. So we have 1 year GPT-4 Excel Word is because I've installed that and it is still the same account. It is definitely going to appear as an add-on for me. All right, you can click on it and start with whatever you want to do, right? The use of AI makes our job easier. You can tell it to create formulas for you, right? Why is it still loading anyways? So you can tell it to create formula for you. You can highlight a particular what's it called, rows and column, and just tell it that based on this rows and column, do a formula, calculate the average, the percentage, and all of that. All right, and others. It's a unlimited possibilities. Just as you're thinking about it, you're doing it. So these are also what it is possible. These are things that are possible within the Excel Microsoft Copilot that it can do for us. Now the key features, it can generate formula based on your question. Now you can visualize data using charts, right? You can tell it to, based on this data, turn it to charts, a visualized chart that you can see, maybe a pie chart, a line graph, and much more. All right. Now you can say find insight on large data. When you copy the whole data or highlight the whole data, you can tell it that, okay, based on this data, uh, I want you to find insight on this particular data. Now, explicitly telling the AI what to do. Anyways, you don't want a vague, mind you, vague prompt. Vague prompt. You want to avoid it. You want to be specific as possible. Now, let me tell you something about prompt that we'll be using within AI agent. It's called action prompt. I've not introduced us to action prompt before, but yeah, we have action prompt. So now, turning, we started from, yes, it does, but then you can use your, what's it called? You can use the online version. If you want to run it on your PC, then you have that. I'm replying to this, the 365 require you to subscribe yearly. Yes, it does, but use the online version. All right, so we have action prompts, right? We started from vague prompt, turning vague prompt into what? Specific prompts. Specific prompts. Right? And now I want to talk about action prompts. Right? We'll talk about action prompt in a while, but have it at the back of your mind. There's what we call action prompt. Action prompt. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. Let's go ahead real quick with this. We have Microsoft Copilot and PowerPoint as well, right? And the possibilities are the key features. It can generate an entire PowerPoint slide for us. All right. Look at taking designer for an example. This is just a T out of what Microsoft Copilot can really do. It is not like its all capabilities, right? Sorry about that. Its all capabilities. This is just a pinch of what it can do for us. Now, I was trying to show us what that is earlier. Let me go ahead and create a new blank presentation. Right. So let's see the possibilities. We have, let me just write Transformation College. Transformation College. Right. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to click on this designer. Okay, please wait. We are still loading the presentation, right? So it's based on what I input, it's going to generate ideas for you. It's going to give you the possibilities, going to give you different things you can use it for. Look at different design you can use within it. Look at this. If you like this, you pick. You don't like it, you pick another one. This is it, right? You can as well just, I feel like it should be long. I want to change the color to a particular color. I want to change it to red. I want to, you can make a lot of changes within it. And based on that as well, you can still go ahead with this particular design you've picked. There's still other generating ideas for you, telling you the possibilities, things you can do within that as well. Someone want to say something? Okay, I have MS 2016. How do I get Copilot installed? Thank you. All right, so these are, you want to use the latest version, right? So this is definitely going on YouTube. Uh, I don't, maybe at the end of the class, it will be part of the document that will be shared with us, right? There's a way you can get the latest version, without paying. Uh, I said it already. All right, so we're going to share the document with us anyways, so you can install that as well and have the Copilot function on your own PC without, breaking the bank. All right, share with us the document. Just follow the document as it is. Follow it. It's an internal document, but then we can share with us so that we can take advantage of that as well, to do our own task. All right. So these are possibilities. It makes job easier. You don't want to start thinking about designs. How do I want to design this? How do I want to structure this well? All you have to do, type in your words, type in what you need, and then come here, click on designer. It generate idea for you. It will automatically generate the idea for you. All right. It will give you according to now. If okay, let me do something. Let me do something. Now let me click on a new one. Let me say selling tomatoes. Right. So look at, what is this? I'm clicking on this. What do we have here? As a title, just because, do you understand now? Do you see the possibilities? Just because it was the one that look at my text, right? The AI look at my text, understand that, oh, okay, this is tomato you're talking about. All right, let me give you an image relating to tomato. Do you get that now? So these are possibilities. These are things that are possible within the, what's it called, within Microsoft's Copilot in PowerPoint. So it will just look at your text, understand that you need an image or maybe you need a design relating to a particular feature, and then it is going to give it to you. Boom. And then you have it. Then you can use it and go ahead with it. All right. There are other ones it's going to generate for you. You can pick the one you want. Me, it giving suggestion, telling you that okay, there is one with an image of tomato rather. So if you're going to use it, or you just want a blank canvas, right, with just your word in it, it will give you a lot of suggestion. You'll be the one to now pick, oh, okay, I like the one with tomato. Do you understand? And then, the possibilities, let's say, let me go ahead and say, uh, what? Selling cars, right? Uh, let's wait for it. You see? The possibilities. What do you see now? Possibilities. They are cars. These are toy cars anyways, well, right? So you get the idea. I believe we get the whole idea of what we are trying to do. All right. And like I said, we are going to share that document with it was not thought of before. I felt like I should share with us so that it will not just be you know me doing magic. You will start doing magic at your hand as well. So yeah, that is the possibilities inside Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft Copilot in PowerPoint and Microsoft Copilot in Excel, Word document, and others. Yeah, we have Microsoft Copilot in Outlook as well, right? My Outlook is opened already. We have Microsoft Copilot in Outlook, right? So a lot of us are familiar with Gmails. We use Gmail all the time. You say, let me go and check my Gmail. So Microsoft has their own version of that application as well, which is called Microsoft Outlook. We should be familiar with Outlook. We should be, right? So this is Microsoft Copilot in Outlook. You can see automatically I have my Copilot here with me, automatically opened, ready to do my particular task, right? So I think I have some information around. Okay, Ben. Let me reply to Ben. Right. So within this, I want to reply to Ben using Copilot. All right. Uh, so hi friend, do you know that Blue? You can access your okay. All right. So let's reply to it. So let's click on reply. Right. So one thing you want to do, because now one thing you still have to understand is that you still need the that particular license for that feature, right? The license for this feature, it is going to be somewhere at that side. Like I said, for Word document is going to be somewhere at the at this end right side. You're going to see it there, right? So, but for us now, what we want to do is that we want to copy. We will copy this, copy our mail. So, but ethically, right? You want to make sure you're doing it within a paid platform. Ethically, you want to make sure you're doing it within a paid platform, within your company's own platform, right? You don't want to paste company's information on just a what's it called? A large language model, like an email like this, nothing sensitive, but then just to have it at the back of our mind. We don't want to send sensitive data to large language models like ChatGPTs and the rest. Now, I'm using the terminologies now because before we call it ChatGPT, we call it uh, Copilot, we call it all of this. I'm using a particular terminologies now because I want to get us familiar with what we call large language model, right? Going forward in this uh, duration of our course, we are going to be exposed to that. We'll understand what large language model is, how you can use large language model, how you can call algorithms to train your own large language model. Do you understand that? To predict, make prediction, make do some repetitive tasks and all of that. Right. So for me now, I want to paste it in, and I want to say now, I said something earlier. I said action prompt. We have vague prompt and we have action prompt. Now, example of vague prompt I gave earlier was write a report. Right? Are we still with me, guys? I hope I'm still carrying everybody along.
Yeah, we are still we are with you.
We are with
All
you.
right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. It's very important. So example of vague prompt I said earlier was write a report. This is a vague prompt. This has no context to it. This is not telling AI to do. It will definitely give you a response, but then it is not what you're looking for. Do you understand? And then we use a particular tool, prompt genie, to structure it well to give us a more specific prompt, right? So that aside. Now we have action prompt. Action prompt is reply. Okay, let me give you example of action prompt. Reply to this message, right? This, just as little as it is, it is an action prompt. You're telling it to do particular thing. Now, it is an action prompt because there was an earlier conversation, an earlier message that you've already tagged. That is what makes it an action prompt. I'm going to use it in this example that I'm trying to do right now. Right? Where is it again? All right. So look at what I did. I went ahead, I put this in quotation mark. I quote this information. You see, you can put it in brackets, you can put it in, but currently I'm putting it in quotation mark. I'm quoting this right now. Okay. And I want to give an action prompt. Reply to this email message. Right. Did you get that now? It is going to look at my information. Now, this is an action prompt. It is when you see reply to this message standing alone. What does it mean? Is it a vague prompt or a specific prompt? When without any context to it, right? It is just standing alone. We have reply to this message, just standing alone. What does it mean, guys? Do we have it as a vague prompt, an action prompt, or a specific prompt?
A vague prompt.
A vague prompt. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mary, as well. Thank you. Right. So it's standing alone without any context to it makes it a vague prompt. Because now reply to what message? What do you mean? Which message? Reply to what? What is my own? Those are the questions. When somebody walk up to you and tell you something like reply to this message, you'll be expecting more details from the person. You'll be like, what's happening? Where do I know you from? Do you understand? These type of questions are what you will be asking. You want to know what message particularly you want to reply to, right? So the same goes for AI as well. It's going to see this as a vague prompt. Definitely it's going to ask you a question. It's going to ask you a question, or it just look at it and give you a generic response. Just give you a random response on how to reply to a message. Right. So, but this kind of text with a context to it, just this kind of prompt with a context to it, in quotation mark, in brackets, you're tagging it, you're relating it, it is what we call an action prompt. All right. So I hope I've been able to establish that fact. We are going to use action prompt mostly in the AI agent we are trying to create. All right. So please have that at the back of our mind as well. So now let's go ahead. We have subjects. Now this is what you should use as your subject. Reply dot. You can just copy. Now, if we have, let's say we have that paid service, the subscription for the Copilot inside our Outlook, we're definitely not going to be doing this manually. It will ask us to autofill. We'll be the one to click on autofill, and then it will just automatically fill it in for us. Do you get that now? It will automatically draft our message for us. So we'll not be the one to now start drafting the message. Okay. So yeah. Uh but in this case now, in this our case now, we want to do what? We want to will be the one to manually copy and paste. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this particular text to the point of to this point to the point that I can relate with. Let me uncheck this. Now, according to the information, I'm replying to this particular message. Hi, thank you for the heads up. I wasn't aware that my Blue Sky app account include access to 123 notes taker. That sounds incredible useful and blah 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 blah. Right now, the information was: do you know your Blue Sky app account gives you access to the one note taker app for Microsoft Team? 123 note taker gives you real-time transcription, summary, and action items and more. Right? So this is the information I put on the chat, and I asked it to reply to that. Now this is the response that could you please share a quick guide or link to set it up, right? So I mean, this is great. I can as well just click on send. right? And which is perfect. Let me even click on send. Let me reply to the mail, right? So these are possibilities using Copilot. You see, it is right here, but then you will have it as drafts. It's not going to just be like this. Now, when you click on settings, let's say you have that feature, right? You're going to see drafts. It's going to be down here, drafts, uh, drafts message, Copilot, something around that corner, right? So it's going to be like that for you, right? Which you can now click inside and tell it how it should draft your message, what tone it should use, should it be professional or not, and others. All right. So, but for us, we're just going to use this, right, so that we can copy and paste it in. So these are possible features within Copilot. All right. So yeah, that is that for the Microsoft, the Word document, and the Excel document. All right. Okay, so for now, let's go into the real tea of the day. One I cannot, I cannot, I cannot wait to tell us about, right? So this is AI agent, right? We have all been hearing of AI agent, and last week we did a little bit on N8N, which I was going to set up for us, but then I don't want to. I felt like we still have a lot to learn, right? We are at our beginner stage. I don't want to take us into a more uh, right now, I can say boldly that we are at our intermediate state, right? Because first thing first, we've been able to understand what prompt engineering is. We've moved from beginner prompt engineering to intermediate and now to advanced. So definitely we've like done great. Please, a round of applause for us. Please, 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 please. Just clap for us. People that started with us from the day one to this day, right? Just clap for ourselves, please. Please. I'm not seeing us clapping for ourselves. Oh. Yeah, yeah, great, great. If you start with us, anyways, yeah. It's a job well done. It's a job well done. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, amazing. Amazing. You did good. You've done yourself a great service. Thank you. Amazing. Great job. Great job. Now I can now boldly tell us about AI agent. Right. I can boldly tell us about AI agent. But we're going to start with Copilot. All right. We're going to be starting with Copilot. So like I said, we're going to be grouping us into two, and then we're going to be sharing the credentials so that we can have access to Copilot as well, right? And the AI agent building. But right now, just look at what I am doing, and then the meeting is recorded, so you can as well go back and look at the recordings and all of that. All right. So now, core features in Copilot Studio. What we'll be using is called Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio. Oh, sorry. No, not that. Copilot Studio. Yeah, this. We have Copilot Studio. So that is the URL. It is a paid site. So the license for the grouping is what we'll be sending to each group to work on. So you can log in as many as you want, just working on particular tasks and doing the great things. So our stack, when I say our stack will be, let me go to my notes. Let me pull up my notes. Our stack will be Copilot, AI agent, and then we'll be vibe coding using builder.io. And then we'll look at Azure AI services. We'll as well look at Power Automate. Within all of this feature, you will see them, all of this in action. You as well look at Dataverse. This is our stack. right? So after the call, when they ask you that, what are your stack, right? This is what we call stack. It's more like in the programming world, we say full stack engineer. These are our stacks, right? In the programming world, we say full stack engineer, and then we say I'm a. All right, so this is our stack. These are our stacks. Full stack engineer, I'm a front end. Do you understand? And they ask you what is your stack. That means the tools that you're using, right? As a front end engineer, you want to say you're using React or HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Those are your stacks. All right. And but in our own sense now, as an AI engineer, AI and automation engineer, we are going to be using Copilot AI agent, builder.io, Azure AI service, Power Automate, and Dataverse. Dataverse is for our data libraries, right? Our knowledge, our data libraries. Let's call data libraries, right? And Power Automate. Now, this is the automation part of it, right? Power Automate, the AI and automation engineering that we're trying to, that this course is all about. Power Automate is where we automate things, right? Automating or automation, right? Now, Azure AI Service, this is where we get our large language model from that we're going to be using on the call, which is definitely going to be uh, Open AI. We're going to be getting it from Open AI. We're definitely going to be using Copilot. We can use GPT, right? So there are other ones that we can use. Now, this is going to be for our vibe coding. Vibe coding, this is what we'll be using to build our front end instead of us learning how to use HTML and CSS to develop our front end. So we're going to be using builder.io for our vibe coding, and the stacks within builder.io, they use Nest.js. It uses Nest.js and Node.js for the backend, right? It's a full stack application. It sometimes uses um, I've forgotten. I remember. Once I remember, I'll tell you guys. Right. So for our Copilot, this is where we'll be building a multi agent that would do particular thing for us. All right. That would do more than 2, 3 things for us. All right. So yeah, this is our stack. Let me copy and paste that into our chat room. Okay. So this is what you will be learning, right? Beautiful time to be alive, honestly. Okay, now let's get into it. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, before we see what it can do, I want to show us the AI agents that we'll be previewing. What's Now, looking at this is a landing page, right? Look at HR assistant, help here to help you to do anything related and all of this. All of this is not I did not even write any of this. Of course, I'm a programmer, I'm a software engineer, personnel. But then I did not have time to write any of this. All of these that you're looking at, this one, all of this interface, this container, this let me call it container for the purpose of people that are not more engineer inclined. So this container that it's hosting this is our model, this is our agent, right? This is the container that is housing our agent, right? I did not write any of this, any of this. The only thing I did was went to builder.io, I prompted to give me a landing page, like a page to house my I don't know if I can get the prompt, but then it's just a basic prompt. I told it that do this particular thing, give me that has HR assistant and put this information, put particular information, and give me like a container kind of thing that we house my AI agent chatbot, right? So that is basically what I did, right? I just tell it what to do and then voila, right? And I plugged in my AI agent and here we have it, all right? This right now, if I'm doing it for an organization, if I'm going to sell this out for an organization, I'll show you the possibilities. I'll show you what it can do. I'll show you why it is an AI agent. Now, let me as well tell you something. We have chatbots. Let me go to my notes. Let me go back to my notes. Right. We have, guys, we have what we call chatbots. Right. There's a difference between chatbots and AI agents. Right. So chatbots are mostly what you see on most payment platform, right? That will tell you, wait for our somebody, wait for our representative. This is a chat assistant or things like that. Those are chatbots, right? But AI agent, right? Why I'm telling you all this is because when you're looking at this, you're like, oh, okay, it's more like a chatbot now. I will just tell it what to do, and then it's going to do what you want. But what makes it an agent is that you can tell it to take a particular discussion that you guys are having and send it to somebody, or draft a message for you in your inbox and send it to you. You see, there are possibilities of things that you can do, right? So that is the difference between chatbots and AI agents. They are totally different. Chatbots will just tell you their preserved information. Chatbot will tell you, okay, go here. This is what you should go and look at. These are references that you should go and check. These are documentation within the thing that you are trying to do. But AI agents, we help you. It is like an agent, an assistant. It is going to take your hand like this, and we help you and we work with you. We draft out informations for you. We draft out messages for you while just typing what you want, right? We're going to look at it in action as well, right? Okay, don't let me cut it yet. Oh, no. All right. Well, I hope we get the scope of what I'm trying to say. So now, looking at this, right, we have idea. My name is Olubenga. My name is Aegis, your HR assistant, here to help you with anything related to company policy and much more. It is an HR assistant. It is here to help them, to help the staff understand the policies, what they should do, right? They can, assist them with various tasks and make experience smoother and more efficient for them. Right. So why we developed this, or why we developed this, is because HR came to us and they were like, okay, IT department. Currently, we are having issue because people will just come to us. The same thing we will tell them over and over again. We tell them to, if they want to borrow loan, if they have issue with policies and all of that. These are informations we always give to them every time, and they will still come again and ask us how it is done. So please, we want an assistant that can help us to tell them what to do, right? Not just only tell them what to do. We even report anything to us directly into our mail, right? So that is the scenario that prompt us to create this AI agent, right? The AI HR assistant. Now look at what we can have. Now let me now prompt it. Let me give it an action prompt. Not an action prompt per se, but then I want to go straight to I don't want to prompt because it's not a large language model like ChatGPTs and Copilot. No, this is an AI agent. So I want to tell it what is happening within me. So I want to go ahead and say, I ages, let me be polite. All right. I ages, someone abused me in the office. Right. So let's see what we are going to get. This is the information I sent in. Now, look at what I can help you forward the conversation to HR. Would you like that? Let me say yes. All right. What is your name? It is asking for my name. Right. What is your email address? My email address is this at tcbt.com. Let me just use this for an example, right? Thank you, Olubinga. Your message has been forwarded to the HR department. Just because he realized he heard that someone abused me, right? It is definitely going to tell me that, okay, what do you want me to? He read the, what's it called? The message. He read an abuse within the message. What? Let me help you to forward it to an HR. Now, let me now ask, what are the step by step ways for me to document the abuse, right? So it's asking me that what organization am I asking for? Definitely, I'm asking for Transformation College, according to what has been programmed, what the AI has been trained with, right? All right, so for Transformation College, here are the informations you need to document an instance of abuse in the workplace. Follow these steps. Write down the details, describe the incidents, collect evidence, report the incident, follow up, and all of that. Now, I can now tell it that it gave me the HR email. Can you tell the HR for me? HR for me. Now, I can help you forward that to the HR department because I can help you forward that to the HR department. Already, thank you. Your message, it has already gotten my information up here. So definitely it has already forwarded my information directly to the HR department to take necessary actions. So I should be expecting now, these are sent an email to the HR department telling them about the abuse. All right. Now I should be expecting a response in my mail, right? One thing he collected was what? My email address. You see? But this email address does not exist. I just use it as a practice for us. It does not exist. So it's definitely not going to do anything. But then, thank you, Olubenga. Your message has been forwarded to the HR department and necessary actions will be taken. Right. So these are information that have been used to train the AI. So let's look at the back end, the workings, the training, and all of that that has been given to this particular AI to use now this AI agent to do its tasks. Now, one thing I want you to know is that this agent is not using just a generic, this information is getting out. All of this information is not just using the Copilot, ChatGPT information to get you all of this information. You can as well use it, but specifically for this organization, and if you will be building agents for organizations, they will not tell you to use just a generic responses. They want a specific response, right? So you will have to work with data. All right. So that's one thing you have to have at the back of, we have to have at the back of our mind as well. Let me look at the chat room. Let me see messages I've missed. Okay, nothing much. All right. I hope we're still with me, guys. I hope everybody's here. In terms of privacy, okay, is there a disadvantage in using the Outlook? If yes, I would like to know. No, Outlook is great. Outlook is great. It's more like what's it called? Gmail. Yeah, Outlook has been in existence for a very, very long time, right? So Outlook is great. You can use Outlook, but then it is the information you feed, the Copilot functionalities that is there, the information you feed the Copilot, it's what you want to be conscious of. You don't want to feed it a company information or your own personal credentials like your password and all of that, right? We'll look at web scraping as well, but then we'll find the time to look at we'll talk about web scraping. So we have LLM scraping as well, where they scrape out information, your password, your everything. Once you linked it onto the large language model, they will scrape it. The hackers will scrape it, right? It's not necessarily an hacker even. We programmers, we do web scraping, right? So, all right, so that is that. Let's go back to what we have, right? So now let's look at Copilot. This is the HR assistant, but then before that, let's go to the home. Let's give it a bit walkthrough, just a little bit of the platform, right? So on this platform, what do we have? There's a lot of things you can do on the platform. Now, instead of you creating your own AI agent from scratch, you can just describe what AI agent you want, and it will build the thorough sorry about that. It will build you a thorough workflow. All right. But one thing I found difficult with using this platform, the AI to generate you an AI agent, this describing your agent and all of that, this particular box, right, is that there are things you will not be able to edit, right? You will not just be able to edit them. You will not be able to go more into details into them. You see, and those are the limitations. So because of that, I tend to create my agent from scratch, and that is like best practice as of right now. So maybe in the nearest future, I don't know the possibility if they are going to do that for us. If we are going to have that, we right. But for now, I'm going to take us the best practice. All right. I want you to make sure you build from scratch, create your own from scratch. That is what I want us to do. All right. So yeah, now exploring. Let's explore the agent that we have on ground already. We have website Q&A. This is a question and answer website where you can have it below, as a chatbot within your website, just as is a chatbot just below your website that can answer questions, give responses, and all of that. Right? This is a voice agent with voice capability that can. Let me click on it. Right. So this is an agent with voice capability. Don't let me do the best practice. Right. I don't want to use an agent that they've already trained. We're going to train our own from scratch. Right. So we have citizen. There are more. You can click here to see more agents that you can use and all of that. All right. So without further ado, we click on create agent. So let me click on create agent. Right. After clicking on create agent, you want to click on new agent. Right. So let me duplicate this. Let me go back to our agent because I'm going to talk about HR assistant. The HR assistant, this particular HR assistant that we're seeing out here, this is it. All right. So let me click on it. So these are core features. These are important features that we'll be talking about. I want to be able to carry everybody along. Everybody, regardless of our domain, right? If you're an engineer, if you're an AI engineer, if you're a programmer, if you're a student, if you're just new to AI world, if you have been using AI for a very long time, right? I want to be able to carry everybody along. So these topics that I picked out from for us, I'm not going to be using terminologies that we will not be able to comprehend. All of these things, I will break it down to its lowest form for us so that we can, understand what they are used for and all of that. So let's start with topic. Now, topics. What are topics within the platform? I'm going to be using the AI agent for an example. Now, let me go through with the description. One thing I did was what? Described what the agent should do. An agent designed to assist staff members with company policy and other inquiries, providing accurate and helpful response based on provided documents. Now, let's look at the word together. An agent designed to assist staff members. So I'm letting these agents know that, describing this to the agents, that what your responsibility is to assist staff, sorry about that. Your responsibility is to assist staff members, all right, with company policies and other inquiries. Anything within this is your scope, and people that you're assisting is the staff members. All right, providing accurate and helpful responses based on provided documents. Don't use your own knowledge. There's what we call hallucinating, right? AI hallucinating or hallucination. Let's just look at the meaning real quick, right? Now, let's look at this. We have AI hallucination are incorrect or misleading results that AI model generates. Sometimes they just, hallucinate. They generate their own ideas. They will just give you their own ideas. They'll give you their own inputs, right? They are forming things up. Those things are not correct. That's why we want to like double check our informations before you even paste it. Maybe you're using it to write your thesis, you're using it to write your project and all of that. You want to make sure you double check all of these informations, because AI might be hallucinating when you're typing, right? Might give you just vague information, informations that are not helpful and misleading results, right? And that is common within the AI. Currently, I don't think there's much thing they can do to it, because, like I said, machine is learning. The AI is learning from our inputs, from our data, and all of that we input on the platform. All right. So now, but in this document, in this agent that I created, right, I explicitly said respond based on provided document. So definitely I'm going to be providing a document, right? That is where I think I have to open this. Let me drag this out. Right. So that is where knowledge comes in. This particular, this no, this third outlined feature on Copilot Studio. That is where the knowledge comes in. All right. That is the document. I'm providing a document so that it can learn from that document. All right. So now let's look at this together again. Now I give general instructions. Guys, like I said, I've already made mention of action prompts. Action prompt, right? Action prompt. Look at this. I am not, these are prompt, right? These, all of these are prompt. This dash is just to tell you that, okay, this is one, and this is where it end. I gave another dash, tell it that where it end. Give another dash, tell it that wherever you see the end of the dash is where it ends. Do you understand that now? So now the first one is like I'm giving numbers, right? But I'm using dash for an example. So assist staff with policy related documents, company procedure, and general inquiries, correlating with what I've stated in my description. All right. Now follow a professional tone. Right, robot. What did I do here? I set a tone. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. I set a tone, more like the prompting, the specific prompt I asked us, I was introducing to us, that we have been introducing to us from the beginning of the section. Right? You can see how everything is relating to each other now. How everything is intertwining and coming all together. So we say follow professional tone when responding. Now, is this a vague prompt or an action prompt? Because there is no more details. There's just one specific, and the specification is
Action
professional
prompt.
tone. Action prompt. Thank you. This is an example of an action prompt. We just want the action. We want you to go straight to the point. So this is an example of an action prompt. Now, look at where I become more specific, right? I say you are ages. I'm telling it that you are ages. Oh, that is your name. So when anybody call you ages, you should be able to know that that is your name. If you go on the chatbot and you say I Olubenga, right? And you say I Olubenga, okay, I've already put in Olubenga here, so it is definitely going to look at my chat and respond according to that. Let's say I Railbot. Great. Did I get that right? Let me click enter. Oh, that's shocking. It was not meant to say hello, how can I help you today? Right. That's shocking. All right, we'll look at that together as well. That's shocking. It was meant to ask you that is your name Railboat or something. Right, but then we'll look at that together. Okay, so let's go back to this. We have your ages, right? So this should let the AI know that its name is ages. So whenever someone say I ages, you should get that you are ages, and you should give a response and tell them that how can I help you today? All right. So the HR policy assistant, you're an HR policy assistant. When a user asks a question, first prompt them to select their organization using the, now this is a variable. This is the second, okay, I don't think this is the second. This is like the fifth feature that we're going to be talking about. Variables. We've set a variable, you can see they are in curly bracket, global dot variable organization, var organization, right? Input. Now this is where it is asking them that the information we have here, if you saw earlier, it is asking which organization is your question about, right? So according to the information here, when a user asks a question, first prompt them to select their organization using the global.var organization input, right? Once selected, respond to their original question by searching the uploaded document and begin your response with for the variable as well. Here is the information you need. Now let's go back to this. For, because of the selected information, we have for Transformation College, TCBT. Here is the information you need, right? And following with the information, do you see? These are the general instructions. They are very important. All of this, they are action prompts. Look at this. Prioritize inquiries based on urgency and relevance, right? How urgent it is. Now, why this prompt is there, why prioritize inquiries based on urgency and relevance, is because when you're sending information like the abuse, right? Look at the abuse for an example. What does the abuse, when we say, I AJ, someone abused me in the office, right? Look at that. The AI agent looked at that and it was like, oh, this is very urgent. This is germane. I have to take action, right? It prioritized the relevancy and how urgent it should go. Immediately, he's not even here for question and answer. He's not even waiting for your information and tell me your what organization and all of that. It's look at that and prioritize your safety above its own questions. Now it go ahead and ask you that. It went ahead and asked that, can I help you forward the conversation to HR department? Would you like that? You picked yes. And what is your name? You pick type in my name. What is your email address? I typed in my email address, right? So these are information we want to provide. There are other things I don't think I want to start reading out all of this to us now, right? So all of these are action keywords. Just have that at the back of our mind. As a prompt engineer, you want to, sorry, as an AI agent engineer, an autonomous engineer, you want to use action prompt most of the time. They are essential to our daily, daily role, our job role, and all of that. Right now, we orchestration. We talk about orchestration as well. Now, responsible models. The model I'm using on this particular AI agent is GPT-4, right? GPT-4 as our default uh, model. Now, this is our knowledge. This is what we have been able to use to train the AI. We have the quality policy for staff, health safety. Now, let's look at it together. Look at it. We have the policy, quality policy, we have the work policy and other, a lot of information. You can see how much they are. So whatever the staff is looking for. Now let's look for health and safety policy, right? Let's say I'm not feeling too good today. What can I do? Right. I'm not feeling too good today. What can I do? That is the question. Now, I've already picked a company, right? So definitely it's going to bring it out. Look at that knowledge document, all this knowledge, the information, all of this information, right? Look at all of this information and look at where your particular question should be answered from. Look at feeling too good. It's definitely going to look at this word and it will be like, okay, maybe it is from the health and safety document. Let me go and check inside. It's going to check through all of the documents in milliseconds, right? Check through everything, the amount of knowledge you've been able to fed the AI agent. It will look through all of it and give you response. Now let's read the response together. We have, if you're not feeling too well, you should take these steps. Notify your supervisor, follow company policy, rest and recover. I will. Okay. I don't think I will be going to the office today. Help me inform the HR, right? Severely going to say, okay, thank you, Olubenga. Your message has been forwarded to the HR. If we are able to check the HR inbox, or maybe we have our HR on the call, I can ask her to check her inbox. Definitely she will be responding. She'll be getting a whole lot of messages like this, right? That they are just automated automatically sending to our mail just by typing, right, with my information, my name and the conversation, what the conversation is all about. All right, it's going to pick, I'm not feeling too well, I will not be coming to the office and all of that. All right, so that's a possibility. That is what we have right now. All right, so let's go back to the overview before we go and pick the features one after the other. Now look at this, we have web search. Now enable your agent to search on all public websites. If I enable this now, we are going to allow the agent to use information that are globally available online. But no, we don't want it to use information that are available online. We want it to use the knowledge that we have been able to fed it with, right? So according to what we specify here, we say helpful response based on provided document. So you want to uncheck this as well, right? Now, the tools that we have, the added tools is what? Send a draft message. This is definitely going to send a draft message. Like I said, this HR, right, is going to send a message. This is the tool it is using, right? There are numerous tools. We look into tools real soon. Now, triggers. We can add triggers and we can add multiple agents. Now, this is the multi-agent, right? Where is our chat? I gave something around that corner. I hope everybody is still with me. I hope I've not lost anybody. I'm just making explanation as of right now so that I'll be able to carry
Together,
on.
sir.
All right, great, amazing, amazing. All right, so
Good.
for all right, great. So for the Copilot AI agent, multi-agent, right? We can use multiple agents to carry out just a single task. We can have currently I'm only using one agent, right? This application we're looking at, this HR assistant, is just using one agent to do everything. Now, let's say we have as an AI autonomous engineer, you received you a client reached out to you, and you're asked to create an agent that can perform OCR, right? OCR is agent that can look at a particular picture and extract text out of it, right? That can perform OCR, that can pull out text from a call. Maybe you are on a Teams meeting, right? Like I'm sharing my screen. If we have an agent that can perform the OCR, look at everything I'm doing on my screen as I'm moving my tools, my hand, and all of that, copy all the text, right? Send it to another agent. That is one agent. The job of that agent is to perform OCR. All right. Look at the text on my field. Now send it to another agent to go and save it inside a Word document. Now, the job of that second agent is to go and save something inside the Word document. But the job of that second AI agent is solely relying on the first job of the OCR. If OCR cannot perform his own task, the second one will not perform his own task. Do you understand? So that's what we call multi-agent, and we're going to be looking more into multi-agent using N8N orchestration workflow. We'll look at it very well. We'll learn how to perform task. We'll learn how we can use our agent to perform multiple tasks, right? From calling to voice call to doing voice call, and then drafting all those information you've been able to collect using voice call to a particular document. Now sending the document to your email. Now looking at the document in your email, right, and bringing the summary and sending it to a Word document as well. If it is money related, it is sending it to your Excel sheet. So there is a lot of things, like it will just be going from one agent to another, from one chat to another, from one uh, you know application to another, because you've give credentials to those particular application. And do you get that? So yeah, that is the possibility of what we'll be using multi-agent for. So now this is it. Like I said, that is what we have. Now topics are important. Topics is how you create. Topics is how you this I okay. Hello, how can I help you? How can I help you today? It is because it has been set on the topic, the greeting topic. We look at that too real soon. Right. So this will automatically generate a suggested prompt. You can have this as suggested prompt just below if you want to enable it. Into you automatically just bring it down here so that you can use it. All right, so let's pick this one after the other. Now let's look at knowledge, right? So looking at knowledge, we have knowledge here. We can add multiple knowledge. You can add as many documents as you want. I prefer we use most of these documents that was shared with us from the HR department. They are mostly from they are mostly on PowerPoint slide, and and the likes, we have to turn it to a PDF. It is not that the agent cannot successfully read a PowerPoint slide or an Excel sheet. Of course, it can. But for the purpose of what we are trying to do, it's just a basic agent. It's just one agent. So I prefer to just automatically use uh, a PDF so that PDF immediately get out the text. They are just text. It is nothing money related. We're not trying to create a dashboard. We're not trying to create a picture, an image, or any of sort, right? We're just trying to perform a simple task. So that is why we turn everything into PDF files. All right. So that is one. And yeah, you can add documents. Now let me show you where and how you can add documents. When you click on add knowledge, right? You click on add knowledge, and here you select your document. You can upload the file from your own PC. These are the possibilities. You can use AI search. Now this is Dataverse, right? This is Dataverse where you can store your data, where you can, it is more like a relational database. All right, you can get your database, you can get your data from the public website, right? We can put in Transformation College website as the public to get our information out, right? As a source for our information, for our knowledge. Once you click on it, you have to send a link to that website. Let me use Transformation College. Let me see transformation. Okay, transformation. Okay. So all you have to do is to copy the link here. When you copy this link, go to your knowledge and paste the link. That is it. It is going to look through the application, right? And if you want a specific part, maybe we want it to talk about us, right? Okay, copy this, right? Paste that if you want that particular. You can add as many as you want. Once I click add, I can as well add multiple websites to get the information from, right? But I don't want to mess with the agents we have as of right now. So yeah, that is it. You can add your knowledge by just dragging and dropping your file. Here is where you upload your file directly from your, you see, these are files, these are informations. You can upload it directly from your uh you know your file explorer on your local PC. Just click and upload and open, right? Here we have it. I'm coming. Okay. So here we have it, right? So when you have this, right, according to this information, you want to give a description as well, right? You want to describe, you want to tell it that this is a document for the quality policy for all members of staff, right? You want to make sure you describe what the document is all about, what the document should do. So according to your description is what the AI will use to set information. Look at my descriptions now. Let me click on a file. Okay. Let me click to edit. Now look at quality. This is the name of the document. What did I do? This policy defines the commitment of all staffs of training, you see, to ensure that every team member contributes to achieving organization excellence and maintaining a culture of quality. All right. So descriptions you want to give. You want to be explicit as possible, right? So, are we still with me, guys? Are we still here with me?
Yes, we are
Yes, sir,
with
we
you.
are with you.
All right, very good, very good. And are we following? That is very important as well. Are we following?
Yes, sir, we are following.
We are
Okay.
following
Please let
you,
me
sir.
know if I. All right. Let me know if I lost you or anything like that. At any point in time, let me know. Uh, so this is very important. Make sure you have this down. You just jot it somewhere. Very important. All right. Let's go back to the knowledge. So now that is on the knowledge, right? These are the information under the knowledge. These are what we have under the knowledge, right? So, and that is how you go through the knowledge. So now let's go to tools. Now let's see the possibility of tools we can use. Look at what it. I'm going to definitely treat this class as our secondary school days. That is what I'm going to do. For I'm saying this regarding assignment. Sorry, I said assignment. Exercise, right? The grouping that we're going to be doing. You see, it is more like secondary school days. In school, they will give you one small example. They'll give you 2 times 2 equals to 4 as an example. But then going home, you'll be seeing 134,292 million plus 900. Do you get that? So that is definitely what we are going to be doing. So we want to pay attention to the tools and the features I will be talking about, right? Because for your exercise, right, for your group work, you're definitely going to be doing something more rigorous than this. You should come up with a solution. We'll be coming up with a solution that an what's it called, a working organization can use. It is not just going to be a practical, it is going to be deployed, that a working organization, right, can use, and an agent you can sell to an organization. Do you understand? It is what we are going to be coming up with. So I'm showing us what is possible, looking at these tools and all of that, what we are going to definitely be using. All right. So yeah, let's go back to it. Now we are currently on tools. So let's add a tool. You come here and you click add tools. So you have vast of tools you can add. You have numerous tools you can add. You have Excel online. You can add your, Outlook. You can connect your Outlook, right? You can, when connecting Outlook, you wanted to send a message out. Now this is Microsoft Data Vast. A data vast, you want to carry out some, Power Platform environment action triggers and all of that. Now this is Microsoft Teams. You have, these are just future data. This is everything. You can use external. You see, this is, I clicked on all, right? You can use external. You can connect to 3E events. You can connect to other MCP model, right? Available. This is Amazon S3, right? Those are containers. That's an Amazon service right there, which you can use. This is Azure App Services. There are a lot of them. You see, we are not even done scrolling. You see, there are numerous amount of data, amount of applications that are on the internet that you can use. This is not just a Microsoft application. These are external application, right? These are external application you can use, you can connect to, right? So that is that for that. So now let's see the model context, the MCPs. Now we have all of this. We have meeting management MCP. We have Gemini SCP. We have you know DocuSign MCP. We have Sales MCP. We have ERPs. Dynamic ERP. That's for the ERPs within organizations, right? So you can search for anyone you want to use. anyone at all and connect it. All right. So that's that for the two. Currently, the one I'm using is send a draft message, right? So that is it. Now, this is for the agent, right? You have to already create an agent. Currently, I only have one agent right here, but you have to have multiple agents before you can start adding agents. When I click on it, it's going to bring this out. Do you want to create an agent or you want to connect an existing agent? If you click connect an existing agent, it's going to list your libraries of agents. Now, under my libraries, you realize, okay, there is no agent at all. So it is not going to do anything, right? So you can click to start an agent or add other agents. Now let's go to topics. Topics are important. Topics are where the works are. Do you understand? Topics is where the whole thing started from, right? So looking at this, we have these are just custom. We have the each organization. Now the each organization variable I set. We under topics we talk about variables as well, right? But let me go to system. Let's look at the system for an instance. So for system, if there's any sign in, you see, there's no sign in for me. Reset conversation, uh, escalate. Now, look at this. It gives information like I can help you forward the conversation to the HR department. It is escalating the conversation to the HR department. So this information, this particular topic was set under escalation, right? So let me click on escalation so that I can show you the possibility, right? So this is it. You can see this. You can see the message that I passed. First thing first, what did I do? I described what it should do. Handle follow-up after answering HR policy questions. Ask the user if they want to escalate the issue to the HR department and collect their names and email if they agree. Now, if they agree, that is when they click on yes, right? So now that is the description, but this is the message that it is going to bring out, right? It's going to bring out a message like, I can help you forward the conversation to the HR department, right? I click on add and I ask the question, would you like that? I click on multiple options, yes or no. Now, this is where I specify that if yes, then collect their name. But if no, please don't do anything, right? Now, I set a variable, I set that the response. If after they've said yes, I set that response to global variable. I set it as a global variable. You can see my choice here. Send to HR. This is my variable. All right. Now save response, save user response to send to HR. Now from the variable, if they click yes, if it is equal to yes, if this is equal to yes, now ask a question. What is your name? The person name, right? I set that as name, variable name. Now, what is your email address? Collecting their email address, set that as global variable email address. Now, thank you. The last question using the global variable name, right? That is when you see thank you, Olubenga. Let me go back there. That's where you see thank you, Olubenga, the variable name that we have here. Thank you, Olubenga, comma. Just exactly how I asked it to. Do you get that now? Your message has been forwarded to the HR department and necessary actions will be taken. That is when this will now call the draft message and send the message to the HR. Now, right? So now, if paraventure, the uh the staff member clicked no, picked anything relating to no, we're going to get what? End of topic. Nothing to ask again. And that is it. That is all. Right. So that is the end for the escalation topic. Right. So for each organization, let's look at each organization as well. Right. So we have, first thing I did was to describe what it is, a friendly for training AI and all of that. Now I pick which organization is your question about, right? Which you have to select the organization. And yeah, we save that response to what we call global variable name. I gave it a name, global var, right? Which I later call in the overview description that we saw earlier, right? So these are the possibilities. All right. So now let's go to the activities. There's no activities as of right now because we don't have multiple agents. I'll start what's it called? An interaction, which we'll be able to see activities. But then we want to see how we can publish our what's it called? I'm coming. How we can publish and deploy our our agent like we have here, right? This is outside the Microsoft, entirely outside the Microsoft, and it works on its own. It does not need the help of Microsoft anymore. I just use this Copilot studio to train it, to train my model, my agent particularly, right, to carry out particular task. Now it is a standalone agent on its own, and it needs nobody help to run well, right? Okay. So now, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Can anybody now, what we want to do right now, as of right now, we want to create another agent, right? So, okay, yeah, I think I have not talked about the deploying. So you click here to publish, right? You click and publish. And after you published, you want to come here. You want to click on share review or web application or web app. You want it as a web app, you click on it. So once you click on it, you're going to get this code, right? This line of code, right? You copy this line of code. Now, if you look at what I have here, let me click on F12 for an instance. Now, click on F12. This chatbot, this information right here, this one that I have right here, it is not shown anywhere on my chat. You see, I hide that. That is my API key. It is called API key. This information right here, this one, right? This one, this connection string, right? This connection string is my API key. And I don't want to expose it. If I expose that, everybody will be able to see it. It's called API key. We can look into what API key is as well. All right. So that is the API key I used in previewing this outside of Microsoft's Office using Microsoft 365. All right. So looking at this, you will not even be able to see it. You will not see it anywhere. It is all embedded inside a secure look config.chatbot info. There is no, you can look for it, right? You can look for it. This is the index, right? So yeah, that is that. That is that for that. So we'll not be able to see it anywhere. It is all of this is at it is connected to a server. It is calling directly from a server, and the API key is stored and saved somewhere safe, right? Uh, Now let's create an agent. That is why we are here today. Let us create an agent. We want to create an agent. All right. So now I don't have a working scenario. I don't have any scenario with me right now. So guys, I want everybody's help on the call. What do you think? Let me ask a question. Let me pick people to answer my question. Okay, I'm definitely going to pick at random. right? I know people that are active. I know Robot is active. Guy, you're active. I know Richard is active. Let me pick someone. Shemi Lori. Hello, Shemi Lori. All right. Hi. Hello. I'm not. Can you unmute your mic? Is there any possibility of you unmuting your mic? I'm in a loud. Okay. All right. That's understandable. All right. So, Oluwamuyemi. Oluwamuyemi. Come on. I'm a Yoruba guy here. Yes, sorry. All right. Uh, Thank you. What scenario do you think an AI agent can do for us? Where do you think AI agent, you in particular, you need AI agent? What do you think you need AI agent for? What do you think it should do for us?
Maybe processing admission forms.
Admission forms, processing admission forms. Okay, okay. All right. All right, thank you. Let me note that down. Admission processing forms. Let's say processing forms. Let's just put it down in my coding aspect. Oh, okay. Shemilore, what is your stack? Or what are your stack? Processing admission forms. Right. That is a Mobolaji, right? Mobolaji. I deal with, okay, and a little bit of Node. Okay. Yeah. Encoding aspect. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. It can replace our chatbot for our website. Okay, Michael, what is your what website? What website is that? Michael, I work with WordPress. Okay, yeah, that's great. What website are you talking about? Can you share the URL with us? We can use that in class to help you. You can use that to solve your problem, or the replace our chatbot for our website. You can use that and show you the possibilities, and just use that to create an example in class right now, right here. Okay, admission enquiries. Yeah, there will be a limitation in processing documents, admission forms, homology, and Kabirat. There will be limitations in admission enquiries because we don't have the data, right, to give the AI to be able to identify such thing. Do you understand? So those are the limitations. We won't be able to practically do that right here, right now. Okay. But if you can generate a random, just go on ChatGPT, generate a random admission, inquiries, document processing forms and all of that. Generate as much as possible into PDFs, Word document, or any other document of your choice, right? You can as well, send the link to the moderator, and then I get the link. We come on the call. I show you how it is done, how it can be possible, right? Save, dictate, send schedule, post type of different platform. Okay. So now I think we should do something. I think we should use Transformation College for an example, right? Let's use their website for an example. Let's use Transformation College website for an example. Looking at Transformation College website, there are a lot of informations that are here, right? We have the cookie policy, we have student login, contact, blogs, right? Let's click on our blog. We have registration, register now, our courses, their blogs, yeah. informations are here. Okay. All right. So now, how do we get this particular information out? Now we want to use all of this to train our AI. And what do we even want it to do? Do we want to create a chatbot? No, that is not an AI agent. An agent is one that do a particular thing. So we're going to use knowledge from this website. As we saw earlier, we can add a website as the knowledge base. Right. Let's just okay. Let me go back. I'm coming. Okay. Okay, so let me click on new agent. So we're going to be using Transformation College as an example. Skip. Now, what is our agent name? Want to give our agent a name? What should we name our agent? Oh, Railboat. Okay, I built a website for my former church, but they have refused to renew the domain. But my point is basically is I've used many chatbot app for those who want to make an inquiry, church program, question, and this AI agents can help us to make it easy to respond to all questions. Of course, definitely, definitely. Okay, yeah, let's use robots. Robots. Now, what are we trying to do on this call? What are we trying to get out? We're trying to make this agent act as a chatbot. Thank you for that idea. Let me look at the name again. Michael, thank you for that idea. Right? So we're going to make this serve as our chatbot, which we can now, after coming up with the code, we can now give uh, the Transformation College developer. Maybe they can add it on their own platform. But yes, so this chatbot will be able to answer questions, give response, give information, and all of that regarding anything they need. And they can as well sign up from the chatbot. They can register for their specific course using the chatbot. All right. So that is where we are going to, that is what we are trying to do today. All right. Now let's call it robot. According to what, let me see who gave us that idea. Niena. Right. Okay. Niena, I think organization can feed the AI with the standard operating procedures operating in such individual organizations so that when visitors, even staffs, want to carry out a task, such AI agents can give the right assistance whoever needs it. Absolutely, robot. Absolutely. I agree 1000% with you. That is the essence of AI agents to make job easier. But what we are doing, it is not what we are going to be doing with our exercise, right? I'm going to give us a complex task where we have to call multiple agents to do particular things. And I am emphasizing on the complexity of it. Okay. So let's just go ahead. We are far behind time. So now we want to give a description, right? So let me put a dash. Like I said, you can as well just give one, you can give a number, but then you want to make sure you give a description of what your agent. Now for icon, you can come here and, choose an icon, change your icon, choose anything. Uh, let me see. Do I have any downloaded pictures? I don't have any image as of right now. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see. Is it going to open it? Okay. It is more than. Now it should be 30 kilobytes, but that is more than 30 kilobytes. Let's just leave the default one. All right. So you might need to go and resize your image and all of that. All of these things are what you are going to be perfecting on the call for me. All right. So now let's go to description. Right. You want to give description, giving it, describing what the agent should do for you. Now, first thing first is what? Answer what? Answer the answer student or visitors question. So let me go to you are okay. Let me say your name is robots and you are a transformation college AI assistant to okay. Oh, all right. Sorry, it is under instruction. I should be giving all of this. Sorry, guys. Let me copy and paste under instruction. I'm going to take this out, the numbering. So yeah, your AI assistant. Okay. You you are a Transformation College AI assistant. You answer the student questions with in regard to the knowledge you you have. You do not use your own knowledge. You use from the provided knowledge. All right. So that is that. And now let me just copy the whole thing. Come here, paste this. And the more we go, all right, the more we are building, we are, coming up with more things, then we can adjust all of this appropriately. All right. Visitors questions. All right, students. All right, so there's a lot to do. All right, so let's add a suggested prompt. Suggested prompts are what you are going to see. It is more like you're going on ChatGPT for the first time. It is going to give you more like this. These are suggested prompts. All of these things you start with, they are suggested prompts. So that is the same thing you have here, right? So let's click on this. Now you can enter a title. Where where can I register for my course? Okay, where can I register? I just put that as a question mark. Where can I register for my course? Okay, what other question do we want to ask? When is the next cohorts. Please come up with question, guys. When is the next cohort coming up? Right? Let's leave it as this too. Right. I hope we're still there. I hope we are following. We're getting what I'm trying to do here.
Yes, sir. You can add this question. How can I obtain the scholarship for Transformation College?
Okay. How can I obtain the scholarship? How can I obtain obtain the scholarship? For Transformation College. So let me give you the title. Obtain scholarship. Right. Let me put a question mark. All right, let's hold it there. Let's hold it there. Now, our knowledge. Where do we want it to get informations from? Right, that is the knowledge area. Some of this knowledge sources aren't available in the steps. You can access this after finishing creating your agent. Okay.
What about
All
student
right.
handbook?
Yeah,
Can you
we're
source
definitely
knowledge
going to.
from student handbook?
Do you have a student handbook?
No, I'm talking about that of Transformation College.
Where is it? Is it on the website? Is it on their website?
Let's check.
Okay. This is their website. Okay, let's just check student handbook. Okay. All right. We don't have a student handbook as of right now. All right. So we don't have a student handbook as of right now. We're going to only be getting information from what they have currently on the site. All right. Now let's go ahead with creating our agent. Right. So right now we are unable to add any knowledge. So after we click on create, that is when we can now add knowledge. Now let's click on create. Let it set up robot for us. Now, yes, that is good. That is good. Now look at the automatically that picks a large language for us, which is GPT 4.0, right? What did I say about large language model, guys? I'm coming, let me tag it again. Which one did I say? I said we'll be using Azure AI Service, LLM. Now that is when we can, successfully pick our own which specific large language model it should use. But right now, automatically, it picks a model for us to be responsible for. You can as well edit if you don't want that, but currently that is what we're going to go with, and that is what I would want you as well to go with on the call, right? So now let's us add where the knowledge should be coming from, right? So add knowledge. We don't have any document. All right, we want to use public website, which is Transformation College website. Every information on Transformation College website. So you want to go ahead and go from each, what's it called? Click on add, right? Now give a description. This knowledge source, this is where all blogs are including, let me see, including the AI, AI automation blog. All right, you want to click on add. Still have multiples with that we want to add. We want to add everything on this website. Everything. We want to copy the link to about us. I want to go to now. Let's click on add knowledge. Let's click on public website. Let's paste this in. Click on add. This is the about us for transformation college. Right? You want to click on confirm. You can add multiple links as well. Hi, Azan.
Okay. Is there a way to automatically get the links for all the pages instead
Okay,
of
that
getting it
is,
one by one?
yeah, that is what we call web scraping, right? But then it is a more advanced. Okay, let me see other ways we can get the link to. Let me see what other ways we can get the link to. I want to. Okay, let's use AI to get that for us. Let's do. We can manually web scrape, but I don't want us to web scrape. If possible, let me see. Give me all the link within this particular. So let's do something like this. So I'm not going to get all the links. They are called internal links. All the internal links. I know they've removed web scraping from. They've removed web scraping from chats. Okay, yeah, this is good. Let's just go ahead with this one. Yeah. So let's paste in what we have.
Mr. Winga, please.
Okay.
Time.
Time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying these classes. Oh, guys, are we not?
We are enjoying it.
We are very much.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're enjoying the
We are
class.
enjoying
All right. All right. Well, we're just about to enter into the tea, into the domain. Eh? Not telling us that time is. Okay. There's a lot of issue around web scraping. Some site does not even allow it, right? I believe Transformation College website is one of the few sites. But that's okay. Just getting all the. Just wait for it. Okay. There are particular internal links that we can get, right? It's already sourcing for them to make the job easier. Okay, so then okay, you want to add as many as possible. As much as you can. You want to add them in. Let me see what we have. The pages are coming up. Right. So we just this little thing that we've been able to do. Right now, you can see the information. Hello, I'm robot. I'm robot rather. A virtual assistant. Just so you are aware, I sometimes use AI to answer your questions. If you provide a website during creation, try asking me about it. Next, try giving me some more knowledge by setting up generative AI. All right. So based on the information, based on this knowledge, right, that I've been able to this knowledge, this particular URL. Let's say who is Transformation College, right? So we're about to test, and let me open activities for you so that you can see the flow. I open the activity so that when I prompt this, we're going to know the steps it took. All right. So the first thing first, it went into our knowledge source. You can see knowledge and look for the information under who is Transformation College. Now, these are the information it's going to give you. You see, Transformation College is a distinguished institution accredited by the National Board. You see, offer National Innovation Diploma Certificate and all of that. The college is dedicated to empowering individuals with transformation, knowledge and skills, and then put in references, which you can click on to view. Now, what do we have? How can I register? Register for a course. Right. Let's see what it's going to do. It is looking at its source again, looking at the two sources that was provided. It has a limited knowledge. All right. So it is looking at the source that was provided, looking at everything. Visit the college website, explore courses, select a course, fill out information, submit document, pay the application fee, submit the application confirmation, wait for a confirmation email for the college from the college regarding the status of your application, right? These are informations that it gets out for us. Do you understand? Based on the two knowledge that it was used in training the model, right? But look at this for an example. Let me click on a flow within this, right? So let me prompt it. This is already made already made an AI agent, right? So let's just see what we have. I want to borrow money. I need it today. Right? Let's look at the map. Let's look at the flow. Let's look at what it is going to be doing. The first thing is it asks us, it picks from the topic. It is asking us which organization, right? So the next thing I want to pick on Transformation College. Now, after the organization is being complete, you can see completed. That's the organization. Now it is looking at the knowledge. Look at it is sourcing through all the knowledge, looking for the documents that you need. Now it look at all of the documents, realize that okay, it has reviewed all of the documents. For Transformation College, it appears there are no specific information available on how to borrow money urgently, right? I did not even tell you that it is urgent. But then, based on the information, realize that, okay, it is something, it sounds urgent. So definitely it is. What should I do now? That's the question. That's the question. Now let's look at what it's going to do. It brings out the escalate topic, which means, do you want to talk to the HR? Would you like me to talk to the HR? Yes. Now it is in progress. You see, she's going to go through the escalation topic. It is still within the escalation topic, telling me what is my name, my email address, oa@tcbt.com. Right. Thank you. Thanks. Right. So that is it. Escalate is done. Now it is on the thank you topic. Now thank you topic knows that anytime you say thanks, thank you, thanks, TY, anything within thanks, it knows that, okay, I'm going to say welcome. Right. So that is the flow, because this AI agent, we only train it with just two, was got two data. We're trying to get our data out. It is still scanning as of right now, but yeah, it is possible. So we're going to get it out. So once we get it out, maybe we're going to train it and then do. So on our next class, we're going to go more than training it. We're going to deploy it to be usable, right? We're going to create a front end part of it with vibe coding, right? Combining the two together to have a standalone more like this. Do you understand? Something you can show, to something you can have as your portfolio, as your own particular portfolio, a project you've done. You can link it and make reference to it anytime you want it. And then for our project as well, for our project, it is more than an exercise. It is more like a project, and it will be very unfair of me to give us just a week to do it. So I will be so kind to give us 2 weeks to do it. All right, and the week we start from the end of this call, right? Which your credentials will be created. And then after grouping us, I don't know how we're going to go about it, but please, moderator, please pass the information on the call, during the call right now, how we're going to go about it. Maybe we're going to be creating another Telegram group for group 1 and group 2, right? For them to do their, and then we'll pass their credentials within that group. For group 2, they will have their credentials, so that they will have their own topic, and they will as well have their own topic. They will know what to do. So it is a 2 week, a 2 weeks program. And yeah, I wish us all the best, and thank you for having me again on the call today. It is always a good time to be in your presence. Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much, Mr. Gbenga. It's a pleasure having you around.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Ah,
much.
thank you so much. Thank you. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benga. It was really insightful. Please let's all take a moment to fill up the feedback form. Please let's know how we can do better and what you feel about the class. Please fill up the feedback form and chat's done. Please let's fill up the feedback form real quick. And if you have not filled the attendance, please take a moment to do that also. Oh, thank you. Oluwamuyemi, thank you. Please let's all fill the feedback form. And chat's done. Oh, Lucky, thank you. Casey, thank you. Please, let's do that real quick and round up the class.